Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Pascal,
And your girl Sandy.
and welcome to another episode live of The
Woohoo!
Real Beef with S&P. Thank you
Lord,
guys so much for being here. It really
man.
does mean a lot, and we apologize for the very late start. But honestly, there has been we just had some technical issues and all that. We had a lot of stuff to take care of, but we're here
Yes.
to give you guys a discussion, a much needed discussion revolving around this crazy story of family vloggers, family YouTubers, and all that. And
Yep.
I'm so happy that we're having this conversation because we have somebody in the house that does vlogs themselves as well. So I'm really excited to have this open conversation
Yes.
and this discussion about this. But before we get everything moving, do us that solid, hit that like button down below, crush it, do all that. All right. And of course, do not forget, please and thank you, to hit that subscribe button. Okay. We talk about everything here on this channel. And I know this is something that was really popping off. It's still popping off, y'all.
Yeah.
This story is still popping off, but it's definitely a conversation that we need to have as a family here now. Okay. So hit that subscribe button. That'll be greatly appreciated. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get into the conversation. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything. This is some crazy stuff, y'all. Okay. Again, thank you guys for being here. It really does mean a lot. But we have got to talk about this. And the thing is I've talked about this at great lengths on my own channel because of the breaking news. It's just been absolutely crazy. But we got to talk about this here because I definitely wanted to get Sandy's opinion on this because I know that you have your own family vlog channel and all that. And there's a lot of people that feel some type of way about family vlogs in general. Yeah. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, okay? But let's get into the meat and potatoes, right? Yes. There is a YouTube channel by the name of 8 Passengers, okay? Or it used to be a YouTube channel. That channel has been taken down. Yes. But at the time, it was huge. It garnered 2.3 million subscribers, quite a bit of following. It was absolutely crazy, the amount of following and views this channel was getting. The mother, as you can see right there in the middle, I don't even know if you would want to call her mother, just to keep it a buck with y'all.
Unless you want to call her a mother lover.
A mother lover, you know, a momster. Let's just say that. Okay. Her name is Ruby Franke. Okay. She is basically the matriarch. She's the one who runs everything that is 8 Passengers, this YouTube channel. Now, while this YouTube channel was off and popping, it was doing very well, there was a lot of backlash that the family was getting through their vlogs because of how she was actually raising her children. Actually, well, it is part of raising, obviously. It's when you're disciplining your children. She would be very frank, pun intended, high key, low key. Right. She would be very, 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 very blunt about how she was how she would discipline her children. Sometimes, or a lot of times, these kids would get punished by not eating. She wouldn't feed them food, or if they were supposed to make their own sack lunch to bring to school and they happened to forget, the mom would sit there and go, well, hey, if she forgot the food, she forgot the food. Let her starve. So it's on her, not on me. I'm not going to go and be her servant type of thing. And many, many other things that have been revolving around this, revolving around the discipline, the reprimanding of her children. Not only just that, but there's been a lot of other things that have been on top of this. Not only just that, not only just starving. There's been other things where kids in videos would say, like one of their eldest son was basically saying, hey, I didn't have a bed or a bedroom for 7 months because I was pranking my little brother. You know, I was being a brother. Brothers prank each other all the time. That's what they do. That's what siblings do. They give each other crap all day long. But this kid was sleeping on a beanbag with no room to call his own for 7 whole months. Some of these kids didn't have these kids. Some of them missed Christmases, etc., because of whatever wrongdoing they did as children. It's wrongdoing. Now, this is not anything super serious like, oh, stole daddy's car or bad markings in class type stuff, which I think that there were some like bad grades and they would get punished for that. But I mean, not like to the point where caught cheating or something crazy like that. But they were getting seriously reprimanded for these crazy, for these minimal things. Minimal. Okay.
Like crazy ways to discipline.
Right. So let's fast forward a little bit, because I mean, we can go deep diving into that all day long. So throughout this whole situation, obviously, as you already know, she is married to Kevin Franke. And they're, obviously he's in this photo as well with his kids. And there's a lot of questions about his involvement with everything, but I'm not going to get into that piece quite yet. So throughout this, now when we get closer to the moment when she got arrested, she was arrested with this woman here as well. Her name is Jodi Hildebrand. She has her own company or a consulting thing. I don't even know what to call it. It sounds more culty than anything else. But she has a company or a group or an organization called Connections. And it's like a counseling thing for parents and all that stuff. When Ruby had the YouTube channel taken down, I don't know if she took it down herself. That's one thing I haven't gotten confirmed yet. If the YouTube channel,
my understanding was that she did take it down.
She took it down herself, right? Yeah.
My understanding, yes.
Because of all the BS, like she couldn't handle the backlash that she was getting because of how she was raising her children. So she took that whole thing down. 2.3 million subscribers, millions of dollars worth of stuff in her family vlogs. She just said, she tossed it all to the wayside, and she linked up with this woman by the name of Jodi Hildebrand. Now, they started doing their own videos. She hopped on with Judy, and they basically said, hey, we're going to start our own YouTube channel, and we're going to basically spread the word of Connections, which is the organization, what the organization's called. And she's going to be involved with this whole thing. And like I said, if you watch some of these videos, which a lot of them have been taken down, obviously, because YouTube took the whole thing down, you could see, if you get a chance to see even a glimpse of it, it's very it's very Joel Osteen, like televangelist type of BS, like, God loves you. Just want you to know God loves you kind of stuff. But they're not saying God. They're talking about like, you're a parent and you need this, and it's tough, to go through things. And this is what I do. And I use anger to get through certain things. The very motivational speaking, inspirational BS that we see on a daily basis on a lot of channels and a lot of content out here. Okay. With inspirational music in the background. Very, very culty. Okay. So let's fast forward a little bit more. So just about a few weeks ago, a young boy climbs out of a window of the house of Jodi's house. Okay. He runs to a next door neighbor and says, I need food. I need water. The neighbor calls 911. As he's on the 911 call, he basically says, he describes what he sees. This is an emaciated kid. He's got duct tape on his wrists and ankles, and he's got cuts and bruises. Now, I want to point out, and I said this on the show multiple of times before, but I want to emphasize how big of a deal, how hard or how long it takes for a kid to look emaciated. I know that's really messed up to say, but it takes a minute. It's not like the kid didn't eat for a day and suddenly he's emaciated.
Skip the meal and all of a sudden.
Skip the meal and he's suddenly frail. No. Okay? This takes a minute for a kid to look like they're in dire straits.
Yep.
Let's not forget the bruises, the sores, etc., all that. They take him to the hospital. Cops come to the house, find other kids in the same situation, duct taped, tied up, emaciated, with bruises all over their bodies.
Yep.
This is when Jodi and Ruby both get arrested. And that's just the beginning of everything. We're going to get into those things in a second, but this is the reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because family vlogs are getting a really bad rap right now.
Absolutely.
Very, very bad rap.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really messed up about it is that, so in one piece that we are going to talk about here in a little bit, I was doing a pop-up video earlier today, talking about some new updates around this particular case. And I said something in the video where I was like, hey, I think that there is a yin and yang to everything, right? There is, living in excess. There is exploitation. And then, of course, there is just documenting.
Right.
And I said, hey, I think that family vlogs can be good. Now, some people in the comments were very heated, very upset, because they're like, what are you talking about? Family vlogs can be good. You don't know what you're talking about. Right. Well, this is the reason why I wanted to bring that up to you, because the way I see it, if you're going to be like, honey, no, you need to promote this yellow notebook. That's what you need to do. Promote this yellow notebook. You need to say like this with energy, kid. I can see how that could be really, really bad, right?
True. Very true.
But if it's like, hey, we're recording your recital. I'm recording my son's recital. We're going and seeing him do his thing and blah, blah, blah. I don't see how that's bad. So talking to someone who does family vlogs.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on all this backlash that's revolving around family vloggers?
You know what? Here's the thing. In this particular scenario, and just FYI, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background.
Yeah.
I've been doing the YouTube thing since 2010, right? I started vlogging my day-to-day life in 2012. So I have a vlog channel, I have another channel, and I have a vlog channel. My vlog channel is the Socialite Life TV. This is where I share my day-to-day life as a new twin mom, right? So they get to see the kids grow. A lot of those who have followed me and have been part of our journey has literally been there since before I even was pregnant, before I even knew I was going to have kids. Because at one point I really wasn't sure if I wanted kids, right? And then I documented all of that and beyond, right? So in this particular scenario, and this is coming from someone, I'm not the biggest family vlogger, okay? So my stuff is very regular. I share regular stuff, okay? But this particular scenario is this is not family vlogging, in my personal opinion. When I say that, I mean the stuff that she was doing, the things that she was doing to those kids, the way that she shared, the stuff that she shared. I don't even want to put her in the category of family vlogging. Sure, she vlogged her family and what they do, but it wasn't even about the fact that she shared her life on camera, family-wise or kids, etc. It's not even so much about the fact that she shared her life. It's what she did to the kids. And I think people need to kind of separate the two, okay? Because literally you could walk across and meet somebody. I don't know. You could be at the grocery store and have a really cool interaction with the cashier, and they could end up being a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't change how they were as a cashier to you, if that makes sense. It's not the same thing. She's literally just a bad person, okay, in my personal opinion, who just happened to vlog her family, unfortunately, okay? Because, and yes, we are getting a bad rap. You know what I mean? Because this is the very thing that, there's a lot of other issues that have come from it. You know what I mean? Because my understanding that one of the kids has been actually asking for people to send videos in to her social media of videos that have since been taken down since the channel was taken down, so they could bring her mom to justice because of the things that she's done to her kids. Here's the thing.
They want proof.
The fire. But this literally is not what she does to her kids and what she's done to her kids. Allegedly, that's not family vlogging. That's literally abuse. Okay. The things that she's doing is abuse. This is not family vlogging. They're two completely different things. So I know this might cause a little controversy. That's what we're having the discussion for. So we're open to all the discussion. We want to hear it, right? But this is just a really in my personal opinion, bad mom who just happened to vlog her family and all of the BS she put those poor kids through. The other side, speaking from a family vlogger who's been doing it for years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, as you mentioned a little bit a second ago, for me, it's about documenting and sharing the day-to-day struggles, the day-to-day life of myself as a mother, my kids and how they grow up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. My kids are very well aware that the cameras are in front of them. Right.
Yeah.
There's many times where the kids are just not in the mood to film, just as me. We just don't film. It's just what it is. But the kids absolutely love our fan bam, which are our subscribers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They've grown up with them. They've interacted with them. You know what I mean? To the point where they just hop on camera like, "What's up, y'all?" They just know, right? Is all portions of family content or family vloggers necessarily appropriate? No. There are things out there that I see that I'm not necessarily fond of, that I personally myself would not do.
Yeah.
Okay. But those things that I'm referring to are not what this is. She just happens to be a family vlogger that's just a really horrible mother and totally treated her kids absolutely horribly.
Oh yeah, she trash.
Husband included, allegedly. Okay.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
and Jody and all, period. End of story. They just happen to be individuals who vlog their lives. So I hate that this is dirtying up the good family vloggers that are out there, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I mean, to me, it's making me, it's giving me Logan Paul vibes. Remember Logan Paul? He
Yep.
was vlogging, and he was he's still top of his game for the most part.
Sure.
But he was out here vlogging, doing his thing. He was on a trip. He was in Japan. He was in that forest. I can't even say the word.
Yeah.
I can't even name the forest, but it's not a great forest. But then it's a very negative, has negative connotations, if you get what I'm saying.
Yep, absolutely.
He was in the forest, and all of a sudden he sees someone suspended in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the whole world, all of the internet just basically said he is the new most hated person on the planet.
Right.
What happened is there was an ad apocalypse that happened on YouTube.
Yep.
All of a sudden, there were new criteria on how people can make money off of YouTube and all that. There was a serious shift in money, serious shift in how content is graded and all that. Now we have the green, the yellow, and the red.
Mm-hmm.
If we're trying to get monetized, we get green. If we get sort of monetized, but because of whatever content, if we even say one word that is a trigger word, it gets yellow lit. I mean, and then of course, if you play any little bit of music or something that's not copyright written, then you get the red light. You just don't make any money. So as far as all the YouTubers back in the day, man, they were making money. They were making hand over fist, stupid money,
and being able to do whatever they wanted to make said money.
Right, but then what happened? Once Logan Paul went out into that forest in Japan, everything went to ish. So now I look at this situation with this 8 passengers thing, and I feel like this could be another Logan Paul situation.
It's absolutely going to change the game. I'm sorry. It is and that was one of the things that I was going to mention next was, unfortunately, this bad seed is going to potentially create changes for family vloggers out there. Now, there's already talk of several things happening, and it's happened in 1 or 2 states, I believe at least 1 state so far. Whereas family vloggers or people who put up content that involves their children have to make it a point to make sure that they are essentially looked at, and I'm going to use this very loosely because I'm very much paraphrasing, but if they're featuring your children during a certain percentage of a portion of your videos, that you have to allot and designate a certain dollar amount to pay your children of the funds that you make from your videos, YouTube or otherwise. Okay.
Wow.
So that is something that it's not all across the states, but it has happened on a state level. Okay. So there are rules and regs that are changing because of some of the stuff that is happening. And she's not the only issue that has been brought up. Okay. There's been other
Oh,
issues that have come up with family vloggers, how they coach their children to do certain things and that type of thing on
oh yeah,
camera, etc. So there are things that other family vloggers may be pushing the envelope with that's causing some of this stuff. And this certainly isn't going to, this case, okay, is certainly not going to help the situation. So there will be things that change. Here's the thing. As a family vlogger, I'm here for it. Like we opened up accounts for our kids this year. They have their own individual accounts, right? Where they put their own money into that they save. So at the end of the day, whatever it is that they do, we contribute to those things. Not every family is set up like that. I know a couple of family vloggers that have things set up like that too, right? But
yeah,
again, not all family vloggers do that. Obviously, whatever the kids take part in, whatever sponsored opportunities they take part in, whatever videos they take part in, typically, okay, not on all fronts, but typically, the parents are going to be the one that pocket the money from whatever it is, whether it's themselves or their children that are part of that video or part of the sponsorship or part of whatever it is. So there are allegedly some rules that are going to change, some regulations that are going to change. I'm actually, as a family vlogger, here for it. I'm here for
right.
stacking away money and giving your kids money. I have no problem with that. You know what I
But
mean? But
I
I do
think
know that there are going to be some other things that come beyond that that
right.
will obviously upset family vloggers for sure.
Obviously it will, because
Mhm,
there's certain things that I know that they are fabricating or they're making their the staging.
mhm,
Well, that's fabricating as well, but they're
absolutely.
just putting on certain things so that they have drama.
Sure.
Then that's the other thing. There's a lot of allegations going towards the 8 passengers, because they'll show
Mhm.
like a kid with a bloody lip or a scabbed, with a cut
Yep.
knee or something like that
Mhm.
as a thumbnail. And the people are wondering, did the kid really skin his knee,
Yeah.
or did they make the kid skin his knee for a thumbnail so that people go, oh no, he got a little boo-boo, I'm gonna click on it to see if he's okay? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
people are willing to risk it all just so that they can get a click, so they can continue securing the bag.
Mhm.
And I know that we've been seeing countless times of videos, um, of other wannabe family vloggers out here
Mhm.
that will that will do everything they can to make up any type of content, treat their kids like trash. Like, there was the
Mhm.
daddy '05 type guy, oh, you guys fight each other, stuff like that. Like,
Mhm. That will
absolutely
literally
insane
instigate
stuff.
and initiate stuff
Right. And it's
just for the
all
views.
right. And that's all. And it's not like he said, okay, before I start rolling, guys, you guys are going to fight. He's literally holding the camera and going, guys, fight. Hit her in the face. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. Right.
Yeah.
Just crazy stuff, because he's like, oh, it'll get views. But the thing is because this is the reason why I say this, is because somebody just commented this, Aesop's inspiration. But how many times was 8 passengers reported to YouTube without them ever doing anything? Now they want to change stuff.
Yep.
Now the thing is that I hear you on that. That is the issue that I feel that's going on with a lot of these family vlog channels. Not
Mhm.
the ones that are documenting and showing and just showing their life in
Real life
general, like
stuff. Yeah.
yours. But there's a lot of other content creators out here that are just doing so many bad things that other YouTube content creators have to make videos, countless videos, to say, hey, guys, look over here. This is a very bad person doing very bad things to their kids.
Mhm.
And I don't understand why it takes so doggone long. That's the
That's just how it
frustrating
goes.
part about it.
It's when it gets escalated. I pride myself, and you're gonna laugh at this, but I pride myself on being a very boring family vlogger. When I
Yeah.
say that, right, I mean to say my life is very regular. I'm a regular motherfucker like the rest of anyone else on this planet. Okay. We have the same struggles, the same day-to-day things that we have to deal with as moms, as dads, as parents. I literally share those real things, right? But
Right.
I do know that there are those in the family vlog sector, right? And this is just because I've interacted with them, I've communicated with them, I've spoken with them, and this is not to throw anybody under the bus, but it's just what it is. There are content creators that are family vloggers that look at this very much as this is a true business, and they're going to do things like stage things. They're going to do things like literally pour money into events and activities, okay, just to have a reason to record so they can put the video up on YouTube. I get that to a certain extent.
Family.
Right. I get that to a certain extent, right? The wow factor or whatever, a lot of that.
He stole the Tesla,
right.
It's like
my 5-year-old child stole our Tesla. Right. And then it's like this, the keys in the hand and the kid in the front seat. And it's like
doing this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, for me, I'm just like, I just want to keep it real. I want to keep it a buck. Right. I pride myself on being a regular schmegular, boring as fuck ass family vlogger. I'm just keeping it real. I pride myself on that shit.
But that's
I'm not gonna stage shit. What you see is exactly what we deal with on the day-to-day routine.
But that's the problem. But yeah, I get it. But that's the problem, though. You know, I feel like because YouTubers are looking at that, they're looking at that and going, "Oh, that's the gold standard." As far as I'm just saying, as far as vlogs and you know, family vloggers and vlogs, because there's also vlogs out here just like that. You know, you see something like Mr. Beast, for example, and you're like, damn, the quality is out of this world, and he's doing all this stuff. Like, you know, we're in the middle of the tank and we're filling it with Jello. We're gonna see how many people who can eat the most Jello, and we're gonna give him $5 million. You're like, oh my God, for real? Damn, that's how our the quality has to be this high. And then you got these dudes trying to do Mr. Beast stuff, and they look like damn Boo Boo the Fool because they're losing all that money and wasting the time because there's already a Mr. Beast. But now you look at these family vlog channels as well that are basically as if they're shows, reality TV shows, you know, that could easily be on MTV, VH1, BET, wherever reality shows are on now. I don't even know where they are now. Things keep on moving back and forth. But anyway,
everything's shifting.
Everything's shifted. But at the same time, you got all these people looking at that and going, "Oh, is that the gold standard now? Is that how we're supposed to do this?" Okay, and then they try to copy, paste, repeat over and over and over again. And this is the issue. This is where we get to where everyone feels like it has to be bombastic. It either has to be bombastic, it has to be jaw dropping, it has to be eye catching, it has to be all this extra stuff.
Crazy thumbnail.
And then what's so sad? And what's so sad is a lot of times the kids can't act, or the wife or the husband can't act themselves out of a paper bag. So you already know all this stuff is totally staged. So how are you enjoying a show that ain't even real? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he stole the Tesla. Now, let's be real. You know for a fact, if your teenage son took your pride and joy Tesla out for a joyride on the night,
grass.
You telling me you gonna record that?
Grass. Okay.
I'm telling you. Come on now. You ain't doing that for you're not gonna record that. Unless you're recording it to be like, this is how I'm gonna discipline my kid, just so y'all know.
Here's the other side of it though, too. Like, I'm gonna need us not to reprimand our children on camera on YouTube. Like, can we not? Can we leave that off? Like, the stuff that she was doing, right? I mean, and then you fill us in on what you did to, like, literally, because somebody, one of her children left their food behind. You gonna starve them? Like, where they're gonna leave? They just gonna stay at school with no food.
She said she had the audacity. Like, and what's really messed up to me is that, okay, fine, you recorded, but you still go to your computer, you still put this into your vlog, you still have time during the time of the editing to go, nah, I should take that off. Then also, you have many other chances too. When you render it down to a movie, you can sit there and go into a full file. You can sit there and go, maybe I shouldn't put it up. You have another opportunity. When you upload that mother lover onto your YouTube channel, you can go, maybe I should cut that piece out. But no, she did it anyway. And she does it. And she did it multiple times. Okay.
And had no shame in it whatsoever. Like, everything was just This is totally fine to do. Let me just start. Meanwhile, I'm over here running lunches because today was picture day with my kids. I'm running lunches down to the school today because I want to make sure they got there to school on time for picture day, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, let me go back home. I'm gonna change. Meanwhile, I'm making lunches, and the hubby has to run a toy down to Jayla. I mean, I just don't understand how any parent, not just mom, okay, but any parent could do that to their child.
Yeah.
And not feel any remorse and think that it's justified in doing it. Hence why I'm saying there is such a difference. It's not about family vlogging. It's just she's just an asshole of a mother.
No, she's an asshole.
Okay.
Oh,
That's just what it is.
That's a given that she's an asshole.
We will all, as family vloggers and YouTubers as a whole, are possibly going to feel what's come after this. Because there's been talk a lot of rules and regs changing. And honey, we went through the apocalypse. I know you went through it too. That shit wasn't pretty.
No.
That wasn't pretty at all.
What's crazy though, too, is that I mean, oh yeah, she most definitely an asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm gonna explain why. So there was a hearing. A shelter hearing or something like that. The title escapes me, but nonetheless, she shows up. She shows up in the courtroom. The judge is there. And then she starts blurting out a lot of crazy allegations, basically saying that her kid or two of her kids are attacking. I'm trying to find better ways to
harming other people,
but in an S way.
Right.
And that they are SAing these the children in the family, cousins, and children in the neighborhood that they grow up in.
Right.
This girl goes on blurting all this stuff out, basically trying to justify the reasoning for her having her kids locked up, tied up, and emaciated in this type of fashion. It is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Now, that's disturbing. One thing I hope that YouTube and other channels, other platforms don't lean on so hard is that part. This is a terrible human being. This is a monster.
Right.
I hope that they look at certain things for sure within how she was talking about things on her channel. She had many videos where she talked about how she was disciplining her kids. Her husband would be on there going, yeah, we talked to therapists and family therapists. They gave us the green light into reprimanding our children in this fashion. Stuff like this, okay, that they were saying on video. Again, countless other amazing content creators were making it known that this family was up to no good.
Yep.
And YouTube and a lot of other platforms and people around them didn't do a doggone thing because it was making money. No offense to YouTube.
Hold on, though.
No offense to YouTube.
Speaking of which, no offense to YouTube, okay? There's only so much that they can do. However, I have to question some things. One, her sisters.
I was just about to get there. Yep.
What were y'all doing to protect those kids?
They lying.
Clearly, they're going to know more than we do. They know. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much they try to be like, oh, well, we trying our darndest to try to help them. The poor kids, all cap. Because here's my thing. If I know for a fact, okay, because it's documented on YouTube, if I know for a fact that my sibling is literally abusing their kids, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I can do whatever I can to make sure that those kids are okay. I will pull them out that house. I will report to whoever. You know what I'm saying? That to me, after she was arrested and their reaction and their response to it, I was just like, y'all shouldn't have even said anything, to be honest, because my thing is, what were y'all doing the whole time? Because they were vlogging too. They're family vloggers, just like she is. Okay.
I couldn't agree more. The thing is that family, they're a whole gang of liars. Because you want to know what? They're worried about securing that bag. They're making millions of dollars as well. So you got the sisters that were real quick to go, oh, we known all this time. We just been keeping quiet and all that. Nah, bruh. Y'all are like the Mormon Baldwins up in this piece on YouTube. Okay? That you guys are all doing this circle.
You don't know. You don't know what we've been doing behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes,
really?
my ass.
You sure?
My ass.
Y'all been doing some stuff because it would have come out. Somebody would have said, "Oh yeah," some report would have come out saying, "Well, they've been trying to help in some capacity." Something, police reports, something. Damn, y'all just sat back and let your sister do whatever the hell she wanted with her children, knowing full and damn well those children were going through it.
Calling DCFS, calling CPS, whatever, any of those acronyms, getting those kids in and filing restraining orders or something like that. I don't know what you could do. You know what I'm saying? I've never looked into that. But at the same time, report until you can't report no more. Okay. But no one in the family was doing a doggone thing. Man, I'm telling you right now, man, I've already said this a million times, but if I had found out that I had nieces and nephews and stuff like that in dire straits, man.
You do whatever you gotta do.
Man.
You do whatever you have to do.
Oh my God. There would be record of that, of my efforts. Not, I'm just gonna be on my vlog channel and saying, when she finally gets arrested.
Right.
There's weeks of vlogs of like, time to put in cabinets in the new home that we're building off of our YouTube channel. It's like, come on, man. You could have used all this time to do something else by saving those kids, okay? But none of these people don't give a damn. They don't care about their faith. I'm sure they're Mormons and all that, but they don't give a damn about their faith. They're worried about the money.
And they were still continuing to do their own regular family vlog channels, right? Meanwhile, kids are suffering, going through it. And you guys know that it's happening. Because if we know as observers on the outside looking in, y'all know they know more than we do. By a long shot. And if there was anything that was truly done, if they intervened in any capacity, you don't think that would have come out by now?
Yeah. Trust. Okay.
So when they put out that statement, I said, y'all shouldn't have even said shit. Y'all should have just went dark.
They should have said a damn thing. Or at least, what's her face? Bonnie shouldn't have said a doggone thing. I can't even believe I know this ish, but this is because I don't watch family vlogs. No disrespect to any family.
This is what we have to do, or what we have to know to be able to report on it. You got to know the details. You know
exactly. So you hear all this stuff and you're like, man, you lying. Why are you lying through your teeth?
It would have been in some capacity recorded. It would have come out.
Yeah.
In the hearing, something would have come out like, hey, so allegedly such as Bonnie and have intervened in some capacity, but they were refuted. They were stopped at one point. Yep. There's not one shred of evidence that shows that they've done anything to be proactive with those kids. So for me, it's just like you knowingly know this woman has been abusing her children and you're just going to let that fly because she's your sister?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that goes out the window.
And what's wild is that
goes
you
out
got
the window when you start abusing children.
And what's wild is that you got the other kids, the older kids making statements as well, being like, finally, me and some of the members of the family have been trying to I feel like they would have said, oh yeah, big thanks to all my aunties for holding it down or something like that. But no, they didn't. Other thing, let's talk about Kev and them. Let's talk about the husband. All right. Mm-hmm. Listen, I already know. I don't think he's the enforcer. I think she has always been the enforcer, but he is not a part of the solution. He is part of the problem.
Absolutely.
He's just sitting there idly by, letting all this stuff go down. Right. There's now new reports of the story of Jody and how she infiltrated into this house like a cancer. She came in like an infectious disease, taking over the house, basically separating husband and wife from each other. Anytime that Kevin needed to talk to his wife, Jody had to be in the room with them. There's speculation that Jody and Ruby were actually bumping uglies. Okay. Some funky dope loving. Okay. So there's some rumor about that going on as well. But Ruby was so sucked into this cultish vibe that it moved Kevin out of the house. So much, he blocked his phone numbers from his kids and other family members, his email addresses or his emails, etc. He blocked everything from his own family. Now you tell me, is he his own flesh and blood, his own kin, his own prides and joys? So you tell me, is that a man who is a part of the solution or a man who is a part of the problem?
That part.
Thank you. I couldn't even believe that when I read it this morning. I'm like, wow. So you're telling me that you've known all this stuff that's been going down and you just allowed this type of behavior to go down because you just thought your wife knew the right thing, or you just a wet noodle. You just a pushover. These are your children. The hell's wrong with you? Get the
now he wants custody of the kids.
No, he better not get that.
Man, please. The day they give custody, bye. Talking about he's been out of the house. He's been moved out of the house for several months, I believe.
Yeah.
And now he wants full custody of the kids to do what? To traumatize them anymore?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
To traumatize them more? These kids have been through enough as it is. Again.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it just happens to be a very public, very well-known family vlogger, but this is not the same. They're not one of the same.
Nope.
These are just two horrible, absolutely horrible parents
Absolutely.
who just happen to family vlog. Hate to say it, but that's just what it is.
Raven McCall just said, he a panty waist.
There you go.
I've never heard of
What's up, Raven?
I've never heard of a panty waist. He a panty waist.
He a panty waist.
He a panty waist.
He's a panty waist.
Okay. That's news. That's a new one for me. He's a panty waist. I'm going to write that one down too. I heard another one today, by the way, a little bit of a left turn, but slicker than snot on a doorknob.
Wait. Slicker than
snot on a doorknob.
That's doorknob.
Yeah.
I've heard of that, but I might have to use it.
Yes.
Shout out to whoever came up with it.
He's slicker than he's slicker than snot on a doorknob. I wrote it down. I really did. I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
I've never heard that phrase.
Love it. Slicker than snot on a door. I love it.
There you go. Slicker than snot on a doorknob.
Raven said the bad seed syndrome. Agreed.
Yes.
Like, unfortunately, they just happen to be family vloggers who are horrible, horrible parents. But those are not an example of family vloggers, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And they had a huge YouTube channel and all that. But the reason they had so much controversy is because of just how they parented. It had nothing to do with the types of content in the sense of the fun, family loving vlog type content. You know what I mean? Which is what people watch family vlogs for. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a horrible thing. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen after this when it comes to how this will trickle down to other content creators out there, and not just family vloggers, content creation as a whole. I think this is going to impact content creators as a whole, just like the previous situation. You know what I mean? The apocalypse came out of nowhere and it affected everyone on YouTube. It didn't just affect one genre of YouTubers. It was a huge change on YouTube. And they're still trying to figure it out. Shout out to you. We love you. Okay. However, it was tough. And they're still trying to deal with that to this day. There's YouTubers that have left YouTube because of the apocalypse.
Yep.
It was rough.
They have. They're like, I just can't take not making him $5 million a month anymore. It's crazy, but people had to back off. Yeah. And it's sad. Real quick, Yogi Pretzel, because we got to wrap up, unfortunately.
Hey, Yogi.
But Yogi Pretzel, thank you so much for the comment as well, and all the comments, guys. We really do appreciate it.
No, seriously.
If I think he blocked his kids from calling him, then I don't think that the kids are his pride and joy. I think they were just cash cows. Amen. Absolutely.
Amen.
I agree 110%.
How are you going to find out
on that?
Allegedly find out what happened when they got arrested, and then you're going to block them after they went through that trauma. Make it make sense. And then you want custody.
And now you're going, I just really hope to get my family back together.
To do what?
You left.
To torture them even more?
You left Can I just point out, this is your kingdom. I don't mean to sound like, I'm not trying to be like, man, it's through the man. No,
but
okay, no red pill stuff, but this is your kingdom. Okay, just like queens, this is your kingdom, your queendom too. But still, that is your palace. And you're telling me that this girl comes into your home and tells you connection, bong connection. And she just says, you could have
left with them kids and gotten them out of the situation if you felt so strongly about it.
You straight up go,
get out of here.
Okay. And you leave? That's stupid.
And leave them there to deal with that monster of a mother, allegedly. Get out.
Thank you. Yeah. Weak. Shit's weak. Shit's weak. Shit's weak. I'm sorry.
It's trash.
Weak.
That's trash.
You tell me you leave because of that? Yeah, you are a panty waist.
A panty waist. We're gonna use that.
You are a panty waist.
A panty waist.
I'm gonna write that one down. You're a panty waist for sure.
A panty waist. I love it.
Sure. Okay, so.
Oh my God.
Sorry, you trash. You need to be brought in for to get arrested. You need to be questioned and all that stuff. You should be looking at charges as well. Also, all them other family members too that were involved and that they making money and making the money off the backs of their own kids and stuff right now, and saw all this stuff go down. Who says they aren't doing the same type of treatment to their own kids right now as well?
Lord, they just haven't got caught. Knows.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
I'm just praying for those children because, honey, oh my God, could you imagine what they went through behind closed doors?
I don't even want to.
We saw what we saw.
I don't even want to.
We really, truly don't know just how toxic
that
was.
Can I point this out really quick? Mm-hmm. This woman had the audacity to dance around in her mind, conjure up these crazy allegations of SA on her own, that her own children were performing SA on the other siblings in the family. How much of that could be fabricated and how much of that could actually be true? But the story being them doing that on their kids. That's the question I'd like to have answered here very, very soon as well.
I think so. You just gonna throw your kids under the bus. They've been through enough. You just throw your kids under the bus, fabricate some shit so you can get out the shit. You ain't getting out. You ain't getting out, sis. It's not happening.
Somebody really.
That girl needs to go under the jail. You hear me?
Yeah. What wasn't it? Maya Angelou that said, and I'm gonna be misquoting the hell out of her, but she said, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
So, same situation here. She goes to court and she throws her own kids under the bus so that she can save her own tuchus.
Yes.
Man, yeah, I agree with you, Sandy. Throw her under the doggone prison.
Under the damn
and
jail.
Throw that key away.
Period.
And Jody.
Her and her girlfriend.
Yeah, and allegedly. Her girlfriend. Secret lovers. Yeah.
That's who we are.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Wait, we feel. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Because my heart belongs to someone else.
When I can't let go.
It's how we feel. It's all so real. So real. So real.
I'm done, but real talk. You had to finish it, but yes. Okay, man, that's a deep cut. But like I said, they both needed to stay and they need to act out their whole Orange is the New Black behind bars now. Okay, period. Okay, but guys, guys, man, that is the show.
Yes,
we appreciate all y'all for being here. My prayers go out to the family, to the kids. Sorry, not to the family, to the kids, because they need as much guidance and support and love as much as possible right now.
Absolutely.
And I hope that they're actually talking and getting it from the right people, because I feel like all their lives it's been people with another agenda, and a lot of it has to do with that Skrilla. So I'm hoping that they have the right place to heal. A safe place to heal. Okay. But we appreciate
And
everybody.
I pray they don't get separated. That's the
Say-
other thing.
Say it again.
That they get separated. The kids can, get separated.
I hope that they don't get in the
I'm hoping they
system.
stay.
Yeah, if they get in the system,
the
they
only
might get separated.
Yeah.
That'd be bad news bears. Hopefully that's not that's not the case. But if those allegations are true that she said, maybe separating would be good. But that's if those allegations are actually real. You see what I'm saying? Oh shoot. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. That's if and only if those allegations are real. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Crush it. That would mean a lot. And of course, do not forget to crush that subscribe button too, baby. All right? We got a lot more content, a lot more conversations coming very, very soon.
Yepper.
We've just been very, very busy in our own worlds, okay? We're both parents and all that. Not saying that excuses anything.
That
but
is so cute that you are now a
it
parent.
excuses things.
I can't.
Yeah, it's weird.
I love that.
It's
love it.
It's a new phrase. It's something I'm getting used to. Still going, oh my gosh, I am a parent. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I have a kingdom.
You do a kingdom. Yes.
Yes. Ain't nobody taking this king down. Oh, hell no.
Period.
No. Oh, hell no. Are you kidding me? I ain't Kevin.
Period.
Okay. I ain't Kevin. Okay.
Right.
I ain't the panty waist.
The panty waist.
A panty waist. Okay.
You ain't slicker than snot on a doorknob.
There we go. I mean, I am slicker than snot on a doorknob. I finesse out here. You feel me?
Let that go, dog. Let that go, dog. Let that go.
Finesse. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I appreciate all y'all for being here.
Yes.
Have a wonderful, wonderful night. We'll be talking to you very, very soon. Much love to y'all.
Yes.
Peace.
Love y'all. Mwah.
Slicking and snot on the doorknob.
Love y'all.
Bye.